Yeah, if there's ever any issues with the stream, please put it in chat or something, or just come to the room and let us know in person. So, hello everyone, and welcome to only 10 minutes late this time.
Heck yeah.
Speedruns Rochester, Tora-Thon 2. So we are going to get started real quick with Mario Kart Wii with DS.
Hello.
So, if you would like to introduce yourself, and we can get going.
Okay, alright. So, hi, I'm DS. I don't have a Twitch channel, but you can follow me at DS Music on YouTube, where I do like piano stuff, but I also, in the meantime, in the side, run some games like Mario Kart Wii, which is totally the most balanced, well-made Mario Kart game in the entire series. So, yeah, we want me to start whenever, or... Okay, I'll give a 3, 2, 1, go countdown, and we will start with this game. Heck yeah. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, here we go. Arms are weak, knees heavy. Mom's spaghetti. Almost forgot to mash through that. It's fine, we're fine. Alright, here we go. Hoping for good RNG with these opponents. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so first of all, on the first track, this is the only track really where we're going to have like opponents in our way. So we're just going to want to hope to try to draft with them, get some nice speed bonuses along the way. You can go with Dry Bowser. Let's go. Thank you, Dry Bowser. Okay, along the way, I'll be giving some track-specific tips and along with some general tips along the way. Okay, so we can just not get hit by Yoshi. We'll be fine. Yeah, so that's, got one draft. That's okay. Keeping it safe. Don't want to get hit into anyone or get hit by anyone, lose some speed. So yeah, now that we got the RNG portion of the first track out of the way, let me just talk a little bit about the general mechanics of the game. So, there are two main movement options that you want to utilize for the game. You either want to be tricking, or you want to be drifting, or you want to be wheeling. If you're not doing one of the three, you are doing something wrong. So wheeling, as you see here, just popping yourself up, looking old swag, getting some funky Kong.mp3. Gives you a slight speed boost, which gives you a top speed that is faster than the kart's top speed, even though your normal speed on a bike is slower than a kart's normal speed. So we're just going to want to use this wheeling as fast as possible. Alrighty. Mash through the results screen. Alright, so another fun thing about this run is that the real run breakers are in the Mushroom Cup and the Special Cup. So either the beginning or the end of this run is going to be the downfall of us. But we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Okay, make sure no one's going to hit us. Get some tight corners. So here we have our drifting. As you can see, doing the drift gives you a mini turbo, gives you extra speed after you're done with the drift. Also, this is right here, just a texture. It's not actually grass. Oh, frick, this trick. Oh well. So we're going to talk about tricking in air for a little bit. If we can get this. Heck yeah, low trick. So, the thing about tricks in Mario Kart Wii was when they first introduced it. Tricks are like, you know, you go off the edge of a ramp, you do a trick, and hit the ground, get some speed. The thing is, while you're in the air, your airspeed is noticeably worse than your ground speed, so you kind of want to be on the ground as much as possible. So you either want to avoid big jumps, or just go for, that was a bit of air time, kind of slow. So you want to either avoid big jumps, or do jumps that will minimize your air time. So that's why we do these things called low tricks, which are where there's multiple techniques to get a low trick, where you can get a trick and get in the air, but only get a little bit in the air, and therefore get back to the ground as fast as possible. So there are different ways to do low tricks. Sometimes it just happens by having a very small ramp. This one's particularly weird because you have to like hit the corner of that ramp right there in order to get the low trick, otherwise you get popped in the air really hard. Nice, you got the low trick all 3 times. Then the other way is to delay the input on your trick so that you go up the ramp and then you wait a little bit, hit the trick button, and you'll do a low trick. Because if you do the trick too early, then you'll get popped up in the air. Or you can do like a little I think I'll show it off in a little bit. Or you can do a hop right before you hit the ramp. And if you do a hop just at the edge of your back tire hits the end of the ramp, then you'll do a low trick. So now Mushroom Gorge is just the bane of my existence. Because, you know, mushroom physics. Let's try to get this trick here. Nice. So yeah, that was just to minimize airtime. We skipped over that last mushroom, which would have popped us in the air a bit. But you know, we don't want. As you can see, be safe here. Okay, nice. He didn't fall off. That's pretty good. Also, we want to try to get as many good lines as possible when we're going straight, because you can still turn while you're wheeling, but it just reduces your top speed, so you want to try to get a good line so you can go as straight as possible. Also, want to take the turns as tight as possible. So, no jank. Okay, nice. Get this line here. Just hope for the best for this third mushroom. Also, if you're wondering how you trick with a GameCube controller, you have to use the D-pad, which is fine. We are doing fine. As you can see, I delayed my trick input there. Now I'm going to get the slightly lower trick. Alright, that first lap could have gone a lot worse than it did, but we live in, so guess we did. Looks like we got our shape. Doing little drift hops in order to get out of the way. I use drift hops a lot just to do little changes in momentum and direction. Helps to get yourself out of some tight spots. Okay, if we're doing right, we're a little behind, but it's fine. We still got to see the thing change cycle. Looks like we got, shoot. Okay, we can just go forward here. Good. Also, in that last jump that we did, if you do a low trick a little bit too low, you'll just end up splashing into the water underneath you, which is no good. So we're just keeping it safe. Also, another good speed boost, doing a wheelie right after you drift, because your wheelie compounds whatever top speed you have. So if you're on a boost and you're doing a wheelie, you'll go faster. If you're drafting and you do a wheelie, you'll go faster. Wheelies are just generally good. All right, that's the end of the Mushroom Cup with no deaths. So, you know, that's pretty good. Honestly, one of my biggest sources of time loss is just dying here and there. You know, you got janky physics that you love, and then you got janky physics that you hate. What are you going to do? Okay, into the Flower Cup. A little to the right, to avoid Goomba up ahead. Hello, little bro. How are you doing today? Okay, so we're going to try to go for a trick here, where we get this little ramp without the mushroom. So, oh heck, oh well. Next time. All I have to do is just get the drift boost at the right time, wheelie to get enough top speed, and then hop right at the edge of the border so that it'll give you some air speed and pop you right over the grass onto that ramp. Also mashing up on the D-pad in order to get as many wheelies as possible in a row. Okay, try two. Oh, a little farther, but next time will be the time. Pretty hard to do. Plus, like, I'm not used to the lack of input lag on a CRT, so you know, this is the first time for everything. I usually do this on, like, stupid, crappy HD TVs or my projector. But it feels glorious. Okay, try 3. Here we go. A little early. Oh well. There's other cool tricks coming up. Alrighty. And on to everybody's favorite track in the entire game. Get ready for boppin' music. Wave. Plus, so Coconut and Mall is both a great stage casually and in speedruns, as you'll see here. First of all, we're gonna do a fun little thing where we just pop up the elevator. Then there's usually like a game-breaking glitch here where you can like go out of bounds, do a bunch of cool things, get 3 laps just by like circling around in out of bounds areas. We're doing no skips, so that doesn't apply here. Plus I can't do it. Okay. Getting some low tricks off of those fountains and stuff. Going a lower pass just so we get less airtime off of this ramp right here. If we have a good cycle, we can hit this boost pad. It's fun. Just the corner of that. On to lap 2. Alright, hitting the sign on top. This is interesting. Funky's just got too big of a brain. His hitbox is the size of a freaking galaxy. So here I'm going to do a thing called slip trick, where usually at the end of that staircase you like hop up the top of the staircase. But if you're drifting, then you'll just stick to the staircase. We'll get to see more slip drifting occur later in the run at like Bowser's Castle and stuff. Okay, now the cycles have changed, so the staircase are going the other direction. We don't care, because we can just hop that boy. This one's nice because it's on the path where you want to go. Go up that. A little thing about drifting. So I'm on manual drift, which of course gets you the mini turbos. And there's 2 kinds of drift in this game. There's the inside drift, which is when you drift, you kind of hit a really tight turn, and the outside drift, where when you drift, you'll kind of like pop out a little bit before you drift. Inside drift bikes are better because you can hit much tighter turns, along with being able to control your turn a lot more. And the mini turbo is built up via a culmination of boosts, a culmination of how tightly you turn. So the tighter you turn, the quicker you'll get your mini turbo. So what I do is use a combination of like moving my stick back left and right in order to get more tight turns and keep myself from getting too close, and that's probably gonna. Oh well, we can do this. Make up. Mario Kart Wii physics, everybody. Just drift in place, and you can get a mini turbo. Who would have thought? Time to introduce you to zippers. What are those? So when we have tracks like this, we can just kind of like stick to the inside of the curve. You know, it's fine. That's how physics work. It's gonna be shown a lot more later in the run. Later in this portion of this track. Pop a little gap. Okay, right here, what you can do, normally you're supposed to go back and forth in this part, but you know, you can just sort of take this part and just boost your way across the entire section. Which is nice, because you've got a boost panel across that entire section. Just make sure that no Shy Guys take this. Okay, I'll try this without being behind everybody in the course. Sit the inside. Also, optimally, you want to keep that with as little air time as possible, so try to stick it close to the edge of the boost panel. Also, there's another shortcut here where you can hop that first gap and then hop the gap to my left. I'm not good enough for that. I need to get good. I'm not good enough for that yet. Oh. This is fine. You're fine. You're living. Stick the inside of that. There we go. Got a low drop to the end of that second jump. Loads up the corner of the V's. Nice. Whoa, okay. Interesting decisions for momentum. Didn't manage to get the last zipper at the end of that last corner, but it's fine. So yeah, we'll be seeing some of those zipper mechanics come back in like Bowser's Castle. Pretty fun stuff. Oh yes, shout out to the OST. All these songs are certified bangers. Warrior's Gold Mine, nothing too much to this, just don't fall off and you should be fine. Oh shoot, something coming behind me. I heard that. Oh shoot, there's a Bowser Jr. on my tail. Okay, just gonna pass him with some well-timed tricks. Get right in between these two bats. Shout out to the jank downwards slope physics in this. If you don't hit that right, you will just fall off and die. Because it will just think, oh, you're going sideways, right? Oh, I'll just propel you into the void. At least you can get a low. This low trick is the hop method. That wasn't really it. So if I can hit that hop just right, then I'll be able to hit the last edge of my back tire against the ramp, and that'll just cause me my momentum to be slightly more downwards than normal. Also, that jump is scary because there is a disjointed hitbox on the other side of the ramp. So if I hit the other side of the ramp wrong, then I'll just bonk into nothing and be propelled into the void again. Mario Kart Wii loves having any excuse to just kill you. It gives you so much to work with and so much to work against. Let's try a second time. You can see there was a little hop up. But even if we do miss the load trick, we can still try to delay our trick a bit in order to not go as high. Okay, and do not die. Heck, those bats are some hefty boys. This. Alrighty. Third time's a charm. Oh yeah, I think I did. Alright, and that concludes the Flower Cup, the best set of tracks in the game, IMO. And now on to the frickin' I forgot cup already. Heck. Oh well. Daisy Circuit. Gonna pop ourselves a bit to the right to get a better line. By Diddy Kong, or by everybody. Thanks, RNG. So we're gonna try to do a thing where it's like the Mario Circuit thing, except go up. Well, slowly go up. Walk of shame. So you can, that's sort of the same thing like in Mario Circuit. If you do your drift, get a wheelie boost, and also hop right before the end of that, you can draft. Come on, Yoshi. Come on, Diddy Kong. Thank you very much. Bad turtle. So like I was saying, if you go up that, if you right before that set of staircase, you just wheelie a bit. No, drift a bit to get some boost, wheelie, and then hop right before the end. You should be able to propel yourself up a little bit, and then get the boost. Saves you more time than just going around. Also, shout out to Cone RNG here. So these cones have like a 1 in 3 chance of just killing all your momentum. So generally, the safe strat is apparently to hit 3 of them tops. So you can just plow right through them up to like 3 times without having to worry about losing your momentum. But then the cones can also bounce around after you plop them. So if they hit you while they're plopping around, you will automatically just lose all momentum and die. So it's a really guessing game right there on how high you can hit these turns. Because, you know, there's the cones in the way. 2 cones, fine. Okay, taking it back, making it back for the second half. Rough start, but we're doing all right. All right, next we are up to Koopa Cape. What another fun, janky experience of a course. Water physics are on point. Okay, this one's hard to load trick off, but we just want to kind of delay trick a bit. Then we are going to go for these ramps here, because they're pretty small ramps. Don't lose much time from being there. Okay, load tricking off of this next one should be delaying your time. That water physics. Oh boy. So being in the water is optimal, of course, you know, get a speed boost. Here's a fun little thing. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna drift. I'm gonna hold the drift, hold the mini turbo, and let it go right at the end there. Because normally, if you just go down that ramp, then you will, at the bottom of that waterfall, you'll lose a bunch of momentum. But if you hold your mini turbo boost, then you can keep your momentum. And thankfully, we were able to get past all the electric spike voids, which are the most telegraphed hazard in the game, yet I still somehow managed to hit by them almost every time. Okay. Okay, if you can get a good line, you can just go straight across it. Oh no, mess it up. Drift here. Hold it here. Don't go too far out to the edge or you will just flop off the side of the map and die. Like normal. You know, Mario Kart loves doing that to us. You know you have to do it to him. Okay, good. Okay, don't get the base boys. Okay, good. Delay the trick timing there to get the low trick. Don't fall into the water. Oh, at the end of lap 3, it's going to be a fun little thing happening. That'll be sort of reminiscent of F-Zero GX, I feel like, I swear. So stay tuned for a few more seconds. Line. Also, shout out to circle physics. Oh my gosh, circular tracks are also the bane of my existence in this game, and we'll see why on the next track, Maple Heckin' Freeway. Time for a fun little bit. So here, this is one of the only tracks in no skips and no items where you can do a death ending. So you can just go for the. That's a fun way to end the track, kind of like in F-Zero GX, how they have those death endings where people just like kill themselves right at the end and propel their dead corpses into the finish line. It's good stuff. I wish I could be good at F-Zero GX. All right, Maple Treeway. So, track geometry. It can't decide what to do with itself. Like, all this track is like curved and it's bad. You got like a little curve there, a little bump there. Just can't tell where to bring you. We're gonna do a mini zipper here where we're gonna take this turn tight by just grabbing onto the edge of that over there and being able to take the turn tighter. Also here, take this. Okay, wiggler cycles shouldn't be too problematic if we go fast enough. On it just. Don't you love it when you just literally hop over both the boost panels? Yeah, this section is the Bandai that's right back there when they have the curved track. Oh, I'll talk about it more when we get back to it the second time. Jump in, boy. More curved track, yippee. So it's not really curved track. I think it's more of like a bunch of differently angled straight tracks, in which when you go from like one polygon to the next, it can't decide how to retain your momentum, so it just does weird things. And we'll see it back. Like here, where if you go too far inside, then you'll just kind of like, you know, whoo, where did he come from? Go too far inside of that, you'll just take yourself to your doom. Or if you go too far to the left of this section, you'll also take yourself to your doom. Also, we're skipping that entire freaking boost panel back there because it's a lot faster to not get airtime and just hit that turner tight and get the mini turbo. Oh, heck, I still didn't talk about that curve section. Maple Treeway, though, it just has so many things to talk about. First of all, it's a gorgeous stage, great music. But second of all, it's a mess. And if you see videos of people like going out of bounds and whatnot on Maple Treeway, you'll see what I mean. Hilarious stuff. Okay, now I can finally freaking talk about the curved track. So if you try to go straight on this section of the track, it can't tell how, like, see, I'm just kind of tilting left, tilting right. Sometimes you'll just tilt into a wall and not die, you'll lose all your momentum. Fun stuff. Same with this section. As you can see right there, sad. Walk of shame to the finish line. And we still managed to save time on that. Gee. Alright, now the last track, Grumble Volcano, aka the most infamous track in Mario Kart Wii. I'm not gonna be doing the thing that makes it infamous, but if you know there's that rock behind me and, you know, you just go around it and... Just a little thing about finishing the track in 40 seconds, no big deal. Instead we'll be going around the normal route and hoping we don't die to one more tilted track physics, 2 fireball RNG, 3 platform cycle RNG. So if I know correctly, yeah, that's gonna land there. So we're just staying out of the way of that. Take the right track in order to get closer to the inside of the curve. Hop over. Oh, and the rock, the infamous broken rock of lap counts is gone. It's already dead. So many percent runners would have already finished the track by now. The time it took me to do an entire lap. Okay, let's hope we don't get any. Oh, I thought I was gonna freaking fall in between the crack between the track and the platform for a moment. That happens. It's a thing. It's not fun. Oh, a little thing I did there, I'm able to buffer a drift out of my jump. So basically, if you hold the drift button in a certain direction, right as you're going off a jump, as soon as you hit the ground, you'll start drifting, which is really good if you need to hit a tight turn right after a jump, like in Toad's Factory. There was one right before the mud section where I had to hold the drift button right during a jump. Turn it tight. Whew. All right, almost fell in the lava again. You can hold the drift here, and it still maintain my mini turbo. We hobble that section. Fine. Alrighty, and that was Grumble Volcano. And now we are on to the last cup of the course, the special cup. Hey, it was a gold split, nice. So, dry ruins. First, we gotta deal with freaking sand physics, and I'll try to hit a couple cool tricks here and there. Normally there's a shortcut where you can, to the right of me, there's a little gap between the pillar where you can like hop over the sand with a mini turbo. I'm not good enough to do it yet, so we're just gonna keep playing safe. Okay, now we're gonna see if we can get a pretty special zipper right here. Oh, shoot. Sick. So what was supposed to happen if I was good at this game is that I would, at the end of that jump, I would stick onto the wall and just kind of take the inside of the turn the entire way. Also, that was nice. I was able to go off that ramp and hit the side barrier so that I don't have to hit the second jump, because the second jump will give us more airtime, and more airtime is less speed, and less speed is bad. We go fast here in these cars. Hello, Mr. Pokey. Okay, I'm gonna try to low trick off of these by just popping like that. Okay, let's see. Can we second time charm? Heck yeah. Just like that. Sometimes if you get some more airtime in there, you'll be able to like see, your camera will clip through the wall and you'll be able to see the, oh, let's go, 2 for 2. You'll be able to, your camera will clip through the wall and be able to see the black void in the inside. Fun stuff. Okay, I'm gonna avoid this. However, we aren't going to avoid this one because we can get a nice tight turn there. Low trick, please. Alright, understandable. Have a nice day. Woo. Heck yeah, 2 for 3. Not bad. And then we drift into a pile of sand. Speedruns give and speedruns take away. We're going to safe on this one. Also, I kind of have to trick there, otherwise, if you don't trick after a jump, then when you land, you'll have a recovery 2 bounces from which you can't do anything out of, so it just kind of halts your directional momentum. So I kind of have to trick, even if it gives us more airtime. Just because we took the safe strat. Hey, another gold, let's go. Alright, time to start the bane of my existence, Moonview Highway, aka Cycles the Track 2, Electric Boogaloo. So I only have like a cycle and a half memorized, so the rest is going to be guesswork. Yippee, let's go. Let's not get hit by a bomb car. Okay, around the edge of the next corner, you should get struck, I think. And the truck coming there, let's not get hit by it. And take this little jump. There should be a car coming around this corner, so make sure to be tight. And if we're doing well there, we should be able to beat this bomb car to the hole. Okay, now we just gotta take a certain line right here and hope no cars come around the corner and frickin' honk us. Frickin' Omega Rekka. Oh, heck. Reset. Okay, this part is gonna be a lot of guesswork. Hopefully, don't die. Oh, yeah, there's that truck there. I think there's like, yes, there's those 2 trucks and a bomb car. So, like, we live in. So yes, there's 2 trucks and a bomb car somewhere that are in the worst place, and we didn't hit any of them. So that is good TM. I'm sorry for my hyper screams of terror and terror. Peril and terror. Terror, what am I saying? Arms weak, knees are heavy, mom's spaghetti. They managed to hit every boost panel this time. Here, what's special about this part? I think this one is slightly calmer than the last one, so it should be good. Yeah, there's like plenty of downtime. Luckily, we managed to not hit that truck. Okay, get a nice line. Heck, keep playing safe. As you can see, that truck just came around the corner and gave us a nice little hug. You never saw it coming. Alright, other than that, that was pretty good. That was pretty okay. Can we hit the truck at the end? Nice. Top 10 jump scares in Nintendo games. #1, truck around the corner. Alright, Bowser's Castle. Here's where we're going to get some interesting zippering, as I mentioned back in DK Summit. What a great track. It's so good. It just has so many cool elements, music. I did a cover of the Bowser's Castle music on my YouTube channel. Y'all should check it out. I got a guitarist and it's pretty sick, man. Loser, Hard Lord. Okay, so first time I'm gonna take the left side. I'm gonna try to slip drift on some of these staircases. So instead of like, normally you would like bounce up like that on a staircase, but if you can hit the slip drift, then you'll just stick to the staircase and not get the air time, which is good. Okay, zippering time. So instead of going back and forth, I'm gonna go from one to the other, one to the other. Easy peasy. There's a method for low from there where you have to like hit the tracks and cancel your animation, but I don't know how to do it yet. So there's some slip drifting. As you can see, I just kind of drifted up those staircases without jumping off of them. Also, apparently I slipped wheelied up down that staircase. Okay, interesting. Okay. 3 lava spurts is pretty good. Optimal is probably like 4, I guess. Okay, left side. I missed the first, that's fine. I can probably get there. Okay. Round 2. Let's not get any fireballs. And it's not. Ooh, I thought I was gonna hit the fireball. 5. Vivid. Up. Physics. The inside of that. Don't fall in the lava. Slip drift up these stairs. Don't get crushed by Mr. Swamp. Spooky, scary skeletons and lava. Round 3. On 5. Oh, heck, that's a lot of air. That's a lot of air. Ooh, I thought I was going to hit the side of the platform and just fall in the lava and die. Because, you know, Mario Kart likes to do that sometimes. Nice, alright. There's a way to do a low trick after that. Involves drift busting, I think. Not sure, don't hit lava. Oh, frick, that wasn't optimal input. I was just prepping to mash the start and A button for this section, but I ended up doing it right before the starting line, so that's new. Alright, and here we come to the last track of the run. Rainbow Road for Mario Kart Wii. So there's going to be a few cool things we're going to try. There's probably going to be some deaths, so get ready for death. And yeah, that. Whew. Starting off great. This is 5. Okay, look, it's Waluigi. Okay, I was just gonna careful to get bonked here by some people and this fun thing here, you can literally just hop with the drift hop button and then do tricks. You don't actually have to go off the. Oh heck, I missed this thing. Let's just go safe. So normally the thing where I would skip over it is that entire first turn by hopping over it with a speed boost. I was kind of in a weird position, so I didn't go for it. Maybe next time. Okay, let's hope I don't hit any fences. Woo! So another thing that can happen there is if you clip that fence, the fence will just like stop you and be like, no, I'm gonna keep you here for like 3 seconds and then just clip you into the void. So not hitting that fence is pretty nice. Lap 2, let's see if we can go. Let's see if we can do a little bit better with that. One of those. The leg circle along there. Get the inside of that. Pop. Also, since it's a little bit more bouncy, we can work with it without having it. Okay, let's see if we can go for it. Heck yeah. Again, let's not hit the fence. What I did here, I had to buffer a drift, so That's why I worry about hitting the fence, because if I drift into the fence, then that's when bad things happen. Also, it's return of Maple Treeway physics. If you go too tight there, you will be pulled into the void and die. That should be just the Mario Kart logo. Get pulled into the void and die. The video game. Okay, last lap, coming in pretty good. Let's see if we can hit an entire run without dying. And get ready to call time as soon as I cross the finish line. Oh, I'm gonna play safe. Sub 41. Oh, can we finish this in 10 seconds? I don't think so, but you know, really true. Whew, okay, almost the fence again. Okay, and thank you guys for watching the run. Enjoy the rest of the Tora-Thon. Some epic runs coming up soon, and here we go, and time. 41:10, let's go. Nice, alrighty. That is Mario Kart Wii Nitro Tracks, no skips, no items with our boy Funky Kong. Thanks for watching, I'm DS, and make sure to check me out at DS Music on the YouTube.
Alright, thanks for that run. So, up next.